So the doctors came in and talked to us and told us that because of the injuries, they couldn't do anything for him. So we had to make the decision for them to, he was on life support, for them to turn off the life support thing. But I remember Jonathan's two best friends coming in the room, and they were there. They saw what happened. And all I could do was go over and hug them, because they are going to have that image the rest of their lives. And they said it was their fault. And I said, no, it wasn't your fault. And I had to forgive them. I had to forgive the man who owned the car, because from what we were told, he had left the keys in the car. So, they was able to do that. So I still did not understand exactly what was going on until on the way home, it hit us that this was awful.
When we arrived at the chapel, one of our real concerns was, is Jonathan ready to meet Jesus? And it was really awesome how the youth pastor was there, and he shared with us that during the winter retreat, Jonathan had had an awesome experience with the Lord. So that really did bring comfort. However, it became a real struggle. For the first year, I was angry. I was almost in a rage. It was never God. I tend to like to be in control. And this was something I couldn't control. I couldn't bring him back. And I probably should not have been at work for the next 6 months because I was so angry. The anger was there, and it was just a rage. If my partner would say something was black, I'd say it's white. But eventually it started going away. And the thing that really, really ministered to us was that we were asked to consider doing grief share.
It was all based on the love of God. And I knew he loved me. And he was always there for me, because I would be driving and all I could say was Jesus, because of the pain and the grief that I was going through. But I never left his side. And I knew he was with me 24/7.
One of the things that we want to really emphasize, that neither one of us we were never angry at God.
No.
We know John 10:10, the thief comes to kill, steal, and destroy. Right. We know Satan killed Jonathan. We know Jonathan made a choice. Jonathan made a bad choice, but the devil killed my son. God had nothing to do with it.
And one of the things that the Lord had showed me is, with 7 children, with each one of those children, I wore a different hat when I was with that child, when I took care of that child, when I ministered to that child. And for me, I was still Jonathan's mother, and I couldn't understand that. I'm still Jonathan's mother, but I had to take that hat off and put it on the shelf, because I no longer had to minister to him, to talk with him, to share with him, to take care of him.
It's interesting that we're doing this filming today, because today would be the anniversary, the 21st anniversary when we buried Jonathan. 21 years ago today we buried him. He died on the 13th. But since then, we've grown. We've handed grief share off to others. We've done small groups. We've done Alpha. And the thing that impacted us so much has been the School of Kingdom Ministry.
It was the most rewarding thing, because I found out my identity, who I am in Christ, and my righteousness, and the boldness that the Lord has done for me over the past 3 years. That to me, everybody needs to take School of Kingdom Ministry. It's just a growing thing in your relationship with the Lord.
Oh no, let me say this. We went through a horrible tragedy. A tragedy that we would not wish on anyone. But I'm going to use the term, the bottom line is that with God in your life, you can get through it, and you can come out on the other side stronger than before. knowing that God is truly faithful, how much He loves you and how much He cares for you.